We are on the action to get the Fulani Janjaweed that is kidnapping and terrorizing people of Ehamufu.
Yes, dear friends, good morning. Happy Sunday to you all. You see that action film happening in your land, Biafra land, precisely. Peace will return to Ehamufu. Sanity will return to Ehamufu, according to our Prime Minister and the men on ground. They are not leaving that land to remain desolate. No, they are fighting and giving it to them back to back. An eyewitness yesterday confirmed that this our men has extra power. Ojo Ano Hananya, and then they are winning. So now that carries us to what we have. We must talk about how to enrich ourselves, and that is Biafra coin. Very soon, in a few days' time, halving will happen. If you know Bitcoin, there will be halving, and if we launch our coin and join in the halving, then we will have something to present to Biafrans. Money will flow and we'll be able to equip and build our nation. That is a very powerful vision from our Prime Minister and his ministers. So please join this conversation and it will benefit you. Thank you.
This Finland is very important. In fact, it's the most important event ever.
Yes.
And we must show that we are different. So everybody must dress very sensibly, civilized. When we go to Biafra land, we can begin to wear our ishago and all that.
Yes.
Of course, you can come with your ishago in case the spirit changes, because you know the event. The event can change the spirit.
Yes, so.
It can be that in the evening of our gala night, everybody will appear on Ishagi. You never can tell.
Yeah.
Just bring it and put it in the bag. But it is not something that we're going to use during our convention, our proper convention. I want to thank every one of you for standing strong, standing on your feet up to this point. Remember what I told you people in the meeting last time, that we are entering a very dangerous stage.
Yes.
That stage you have seen after my pronouncement that time. Many things are happening. Declaration of wanted, sharing flyers, that Samanekpa is a criminal. All those things are the things that give us energy that you see today, and we must continue. Our aim is to make sure that we continue to support the Biafra forces so that the criminals and the aggressors will not overpower our people in our own land. We'll continue to defend our women and children who are vulnerable, who have no means to defend themselves until now. The Biafra government has come to take the responsibility. Without wasting any time, we go straight to the business of the day. This is an emergency meeting, as the memo suggests. We will discuss this evening on Biafra currency, Biafra bank, and Biafra coin. This evening, we are going to pass a resolution act for the establishment of the Bank of Biafra. This evening, we are going to pass a resolution and vote on the act for the establishment of the Biafra digital currency. This evening, we are going to pass a resolution and vote on the act for the establishment of the Biafra coin. This evening, we are going to vote and pass a resolution for the establishment of Biafra Federal Reserve. The Biafra Federal Reserve, after having voted this evening, will replace the Biafra Decree number 3 of 1967. Ministers members of the cabinet and department of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the show for the liberation of Biafra has begun. I am going to move a motion for the re-establishment of Bank of Biafra, Act number 02/2024. The floor is open for discussion.
Sí.
Please raise your hand. It is open. The floor is open for discussion. Do you have objection for the re-establishment, restoration of the Bank of Biafra under Biafra government in exile and the de facto government? Any objection? Olobona, mute yourself.
PM, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, I'm good.
I second the motion. Is it gonna be what was the act that established the first bank? Is it the same Bank of Biafra, or are we going to start
we are first restoring the decree number 6, the decree number 3, sorry, of 1967.
Okay.
And then re-establish the Bank of Biafra, not restoring it and allow the decree number 3, which is the military decree, to continue. So we are establishing under a democratic dispensation, and it becomes act instead of decree.
Okay.
And this decree and this act is going to be act number 2. We have the act number 1, which is the establishment of the Biafra Security Administrative Act, number 01/2024, and we are going to the act number 2. This whole act will be modified as soon as Biafra is declared, restored, and become an independent state. We will continue the modification to suit whatever the current situation at that time will be.
I think that's a step in the right direction, because since we are declaring Biafra, we are not starting a new country, we are redeclaring Biafra, and we are re-establishing the Bank of Biafra. So I second the motion. I think that's a step in the right direction, sir.
Thank you very much. We have Ola Bona seconding that motion moved by the PM. Any other person? We have Ambassador Wunze. Go ahead.
Your Excellency and members of the Cabinet, I do also second the motion. It is indeed a step in the right direction and a requirement for the time that we are in. So I wholeheartedly second it also. Thank you, my people.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Wunze. Seconded the motion. Henry, unmute yourself, Azubike.
Good evening, my PM. Good evening, Cabinet members. I, Mazi Henry Azubike, Asian Rep representing Biafra Republic Government in Exile, I do hereby support the motion raised by His Excellency the Prime Minister for the establishment of Act number 2. I support wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Apostle Steve. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Good evening, His Excellency, members of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I wholeheartedly support and second this emotion, because in a time like this is the wisest decision we can take. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Ima.
Good evening, our PM and cabinet members and everybody. I support the motion. It's the right step. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Madam Erewa. Minister, Coastal Region.
Thank you, PM. I, Madam Erewa, Anirejurisha Erewa, fully, wholeheartedly support the motion. It's a good thing. It's moving in the right direction. It shows that Biafra is real and the spirit is alive. And this, it engineers all of us. And I think it's a good thing, and we appreciate you. So I support the motion. The act, right, is act what, please?
Act number 02/2024.
Okay, I support the motion of act number 202/2024. Thank you.
Thank you. Sylvanus, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Mazes Levanus. I support the act number 2 with wholeheartedly. I support you. It's a good thing in the right direction. Thank you, PM.
Thank you. Ngozi Olenwe.
Good evening, my PM and all the cabinet members. I support with my full heart and happy that this is happening today. The act number 2, 2024. Thank you for bringing it up. You are the right person to work with. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Sir Olenwane.
Thank you, my PM. It's wonderful what you're doing, and I truly, from the depth of my heart, support it because it's overdue. We have to move forward. I support everything you're doing, and I support this very act. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Harry Chukwemeka, PhD.
PM, I so much thank you for this great move. So I support it so greatly. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Nena. Then I'll meet yourself.
I, Nana Akabiro Ibe, Honorable, hereby support the motion Act 102/204/2024 of establishment of Central Bank of Biafra, whereas a majority members of this cabinet...
Not Central Bank of Biafra, Bank of Biafra.
Bank of Biafra.
Yes.
Whereas the majority members have hereby seconded this motion, I do the same. I have seconded the motion because this is the right thing to do, and it is the right thinking at this time that we are. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any reason you have not responded to the American rep?
No, I'm working on it. It's because I saw this one now. I'm working. My boy is sick. I'm having emergency here every minute, so I've not been able to do much. But I've ratified everything, and I have even sent a copy across for us to agree, all of us, because I'm not doing it alone. Yes, we had a meeting yesterday up to 9 p.m. Okay. So we have to quickly jot a few things and put them together. So this morning, in fact, I'm coming from the hospital now.
All right.
I took my boy to the hospital. Yeah, noted. So I'm just coming back.
Respond to her, please, yeah.
I will.
Right, meet yourself.
Good evening, Your Excellency, members of the cabinet. Good evening, all. PM, I wholeheartedly support this act because it's moving us forward, and we are getting to where we are, everything that is being planned. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Raphael, put your hand down, please. Raphael, go ahead.
Yeah, with the Biafra joy and excitement in my heart, I am pleased to say yes, and I support. Thank you so much.
How are you?
Good.
I can change. I don't want to.
This time.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Rama.
Thank you, PM. Afan Wada de Olama, Anama support, emotion number 2, 2024. Support. Thank you.
Thank you. Victoria iPhone.
Yes, Victoria Frank here. I support the Act 02-2024. Right on, my Prime Minister. You are the best.
Thank you. Judith Osazowa.
Good evening, sir. My Prime Minister, Agune Chemba, Nature Obodo. I support with all my heart. I don't know how to pronounce the whole act, but I support with all full chest. Right on, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Owo, unmute yourself.
Thank you, sir. Wholeheartedly, good evening, sir, and all. So I support wholeheartedly the motion establishing the Act 02-24. I'm in full support of the motion, sir. Only a short recommendation or an early recommendation to make sure, sir, that enough panel in form of committee be established to work and make sure that there will be a transfer of exchange by inception. No matter how many, even if it's 50, that make sure that we have enough panel, enough committee to work towards that, sir. I support the motions.
All right. Thank you very much. You can put your hand down. Anthony, unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Honorable PM and the members of the Cabinet. I, Mazi Anthony, humbly and fully support the motion establishing the Act number 2-2024. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Dr. Okoli.
Good evening, my PM and all members of the Cabinet. I, Dr. Onyeka Okoli, fully support Act 02/2024 for the establishment of Bank of Biafra. And with this act, you can see that it's all coming together. It's all coming together. I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, PM.
Thank you very much. Dr. Nana.
Yes, sir. Good evening, my PM. Good evening, members of the Cabinet. Yes, I'm in support of the Act. It's a yes for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Can put your hand down. Ugo. Ugo, please, can you call your full name, please?
Me, myself?
Yes.
Ugonna Olejema.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, my PM, and good evening, my honorable members in the House. This is a dream come true. I'm in support. I support the motion. I don't think anybody in the right senses will not support this motion. So thank you so much, PM.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Carolina, unmute yourself. Okay, Carolina has left, so maybe the system kicked her out. Professor Choma.
Good afternoon, PM, and good afternoon, all Cabinet members. Thank you, sir, for bringing up this motion, and I support the motion to establish the Bank of Biafra. We've come a long way. This is what we need, and this is what we're gonna have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Robi.
Yeah, good evening, all Cabinet members. Thank you, PM, for your hard work
It's a privilege to be making history and to be part of those that are doing this. So yes, I, Joy Irobi, I fully support establishment of the Bank of Biafra Act 02-2024. We are moving on. Thank you.
Thank you. Mazioge. Minister
Good
Oge.
afternoon, our PM. Good afternoon, our PM, and good afternoon to all members of the cabinet. I'm in support of the motion of the Act 02-2024 for establishment of Bank of Biafra. Thank you, sir.
All right. Minister of Defense. Ngocha.
All right, if you followed us to this very end, you can see that we are wrapping it up, and we have wrapped it up already. Urging you to please always support Biafra Liberation Army and the resistance fighters, and of course, bring government, that is Biafra Republic government in exile. How democratic and how organized these ministers and their ministry is, in fact, is second to none. I wish and I pray that Biafra will come now so that this organization will lead out. Thank you and God bless you all.